Maple Grove is a suburb to the northwest of the Twin Cities, with most of its undeveloped land residing similarly in the northwestern portion of the municipality. Maple Grove was historically an agriculture settlement and gravel mine. Today, it is one of the most affluent cities in the metropolitan area. Many of Maple Grove's residents are employed by privatized headquarters such as Phillips or Abbott. While much of the area is known for its private, single-family homes and parks, there is also a shift towards multifamily housing in response to a growing elder population. As seen in these drawings depicting Maple Grove between the year 2000 and 2020, the suburbs spread to the northwest, replacing farmland with low-density settlements and simultaneously filling in the settled areas. This is due to developers' desire to build around natural features such as lakes and parks, from which settlements gradually branched out into a spaghetti-like formation. As seen in these images, this is the northern edge of Maple Grove. Growing steadily, there is a diverse presence of activity among construction, housing developments, and greenery. Flying over, this is LiDAR footage of Maple Grove's frontier. We can see a steady progression from suburban residential housing to commercial space to farmland. There is a long tract of land depicted in this footage. Notice primarily how sparsely populated it is to this point. How do we accommodate growing populations while protecting greenfields? Could implementing artificial landscapes reconcile land preservation with population growth? We have two primary strategies to stall urban growth and contribute to degrowth. The first is to secure land beyond the frontier through lining multi-purpose family homes along the frontier itself, where every family collectively pays into and maintains land as a cooperative. This incentivizes the prevention of further development by multifamily inhabitants, as it would detract from their access to open space. The second is to increase living density in the city by developing only in already developed zones. This can be done with two sub-strategies: building living units above existing businesses and infilling suburbs with unobtrusive living units. The current model for development of Maple Grove involves a gradual expansion of single-family homes. The most basic improvement to this would be to increase housing densification in Maple Grove. This could mean filling in developed areas more tightly with housing and mixed-use apartments while avoiding undeveloped or sparsely developed areas. This version, however, sees no degrowth or built-in provision that prevents expansion later. By implementing a linear array of multifamily complexes across the frontier, ultimately, residents in these complexes would collectively purchase or rent land from farmers, and this availability to larger tracts of shared land would cause people to leave single-family developments for more centrally located multifamily units. Our suburban infill method's lowest success level would essentially mimic ADUs. Mid-success begins to see ADUs cross over onto multiple lots. The most ideal version is one in which every homeowner in the neighborhood contributes the same area to the ADU park system. This collage shows both strategies as they might exist across the entire city, with the infill strategies in the foreground to midground and the frontier development in the background. The first piece of infill strategy depicting how the commercial corridor might be built up to accommodate extra housing. The second piece showing an added playground surrounded by infilled ADUs. The third piece showing developments along the frontier, ideally with multifamily housing. Ultimately, these interventions are two opportunities to maintain the frontier's edge while providing a model experiment in suburban densification. If done well, interventions like this will be welcomed in these communities.